name's John, and I'm a two-time cancer survivor. I feel like I'm in one of those anonymous support groups, but I don't want to be anonymous. I want to be loud and proud about the fact that, in part, the American Cancer Society is the reason that I'm here today. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my cancer journey. It was the summer of 1998, and I was about to start my senior year of high school. I was working my dream job at Busch Gardens. I wasn't sleeping very much. I was working long hours. I was starting to lose a lot of weight. As I got home from work one night, I was standing in my driveway, and I started gasping for air. My parents rushed me to the emergency room when we found out I had a 16-centimeter mass wrapped around my windpipe, closing it smaller than a straw. I could barely lay down for a CAT scan. At 4 a.m. the next morning, an oncologist came into my room to share some news with my family. I had cancer. To be specific, I had lymphoblastic lymphoma, a rare form of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and leukemia. By the end of the day, I had started my first round of chemotherapy. Over the next 3 months, I visited the hospital nearly every day to receive treatment and sometimes even receive chemotherapy 24 hours a day, but I got to sport a fancy fanny pack. By January, my doctor also performed weekly spinal taps to make sure that the cancer didn't spread through the blood-brain barrier. By January, I had finished most of my chemo and was officially in remission. Life was back to normal, or so we thought. While I was a freshman in college, I heard the words, "You have cancer," for a second time. I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. After several more rounds of chemo, I was given a terminal diagnosis with only a 10% chance to live. The doctor said I needed a bone marrow transplant, and there were no matches available. Fortunately, a 22-year-old student and her friends joined the National Bone Marrow Donor Program, and just in time. I was a 5 out of 6 match with her, and she became my donor. I never got to meet her, but I owe her my life. That October, my mom and I moved from our home in Virginia to Duke University, and my dad visited us on the weekends. To prepare for my transplant, I underwent whole-body radiation and additional chemotherapy. I spent 6 weeks in isolation and continued my treatment with additional outpatient care for an additional 2 months. Even though transplants have been done for more than 50 years, my transplant was still in its infancy. I was a MUD, a matched unrelated donor. One of the nurses told my mom to pray. They had never had a MUD leave the clinic before. As a result of all the chemotherapy and radiation I received, I've been diagnosed with melanoma 3 times since then. But I'm proud to say I'm still here and still fighting cancer 17 years later. Thank you. During my battle, my dad told me there was going to be an event at the local high school stadium. That event was Relay for Life. I was adamant about not going. I had to go to work. I still had my job at Busch Gardens. I didn't want people to know I had cancer. I didn't want to be different. They said I needed to attend. My parents formed a team. They called it John's team. I knew my friends and family cared about me, but to see them willing to come out and support me and my cause for 24 hours, along with thousands of other people, was amazing. That Relay changed my life. As Relay grew, I grew with it. I formed my own team the following year. I became part of the planning committee and became a team ambassador. Over time, Relay has become a bigger part of my life, and I want to spread the message of the life-saving work the Society is doing through Relay. Last year, I came to this conference and was so impressed with the stories of hope and inspiration I heard from fellow survivors. In particular, the letter that Steve Zamzow shared, where a caregiver expressed the impact of Relay had had on her life. When she came to Relay for the first time after losing her mother to cancer, it was a powerful and moving letter. It helped me reignite my passion to fight this disease. You may never receive a letter like this in your community, but I'm here to tell you that there are people that come to your event every year that feel the exact same way. There are people that come to your event year after year because you give them the power of relay and the power of purple. I now realize that I've been relaying for over half my life, and I bleed purple. I devote all my time and effort to support relay, and I'm proud to do so. Last year, I volunteered on 4 relay committees, and I recently became part of the volunteer leadership team so that I can help support all the relays in Central Florida. I have tons of relay gear, and I'm proud to wear it everywhere. I've now come full circle from 16 years ago when I was shy to share my cancer story and not wanting to go to a relay. Back then, I couldn't possibly take time off of work. Now, I need every weekend off in April and May to go to as many relays as I can. As Dr. Seuss said, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. And that sure is true. I want to be one of many to take the time to thank you for your time and effort. As a survivor and a relay participant, I want to personally thank each and every one of you for making a difference in the fight against cancer. There may not be a cure yet, but the work the society is doing is saving lives, and you, as relayers, are making a difference. The difference is why I'm here with you today, and that is why millions of survivors will be celebrating one more birthday this year. This is the time that all of us must join together and make a difference. A time to think of hope. Hope for someone who has just begun their cancer journey. Hope for someone struggling with the loss of a friend or a loved one. Hope for future generations, that they won't have to face the same fears that some of us have faced. We've prepared the following video tribute using the pictures you've submitted.
soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. When I am on more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
I'd like to take a moment and remember Dr. Gordy Klatt, the founder of Relay for Life. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for this amazing man. He was a man who knew what it meant to paint his world purple. Tonight, we pause and light a special luminaria, beg to remember him. Please join me in a moment of silence.
When troubles come and my heart burns
We need to finish this fight and paint our world purple. Thanks to you, every day, we're getting closer to making this a reality. That's why we're so excited about 2016 and what we'll accomplish together. Every dollar we raise gets us one step closer. Every relay activity we do helps us make each personal connection with, makes us show each person how we can get closer to our organization and lets them know that they're not in this fight alone. We give them hope together and show them we're making a difference. My name is John Horeth. I'm a cancer survivor. I've been relaying for 16 years, and I'm ready to paint this world purple. Thank you.